Let us speak of tribes. There are only two that matter. They are not defined by color or kin or kind. They are those who make and those who only destroy. Angels and demons, the makers and the breakers, the deconstructionist and the architect. Your tribe is your greatest choice. Choose wisely. Location becomes your lens for everything. The tribe of the makers place great value in growing new things. They build, write, labor, and create. They nurture and strive to improve. They teach their children to do the same. The breakers bring only a wasteland, an end to things, for they cannot make. Their souls have been soured against such endeavor. Destitution is the sum of their production. Therefore, taking is their only option. They too pass their thinking to their young. But they did not start this way. The choice they were offered was a card trick, a sleight of hand, a whispered deceit. The choice they were offered was between gratitude and resentment. The breakers of the world are those who picked the poison, and many are the false teachers who gleefully guide them along the path. Now, altered, they see great legacies through hate only. They are consumed with resentment for the spiraling towers of their ancestors. They mock at their books, pull apart their triumphs of art, tear down all that was made, all that was built, all that is good, all in the name of resentment. Blithely they judge the dead who came before them, emboldened that these cannot answer the charges. Yet they themselves build nothing new. Their only art is a vicious tongue. They create no good thing to fill the vacuum of their deconstruction, for they are destroyers only, righteous in their own eyes, vindicated by the violence of their hate. There is another tribe. There is another choice. It is a harder path to join them. These have been taught to venerate. They are in awe of the legacies of the past, amazed by the men and women who built great things where nothing stood before. And they transmit this reverence generation to generation, teaching their children to do the same. Their inclination is not to ask, "What can I fault about the builder?" For they don't play God this way. In humility, their inclination is to inquire, how did they learn to build? And how can I learn too? Because it is good to make new things, angels and demons, makers and breakers, the man who only tears down, and the man who yearns to create, the deconstructionist and the architect. Two tribes, a mortal opposition, the makers and the breakers, a war for the soul of the world. The choice is not as simple as it looks. You do not choose to be a breaker. You start by choosing resentment. You do not choose to be a maker. You start by choosing gratitude. Do you stare at stars and dream of what could be? Or search for sins and burn it all down? The tribes are recruiting. Each will gladly count you among its number. Your choice becomes your lens, and the way you view the vista changes everything. Are you a maker or a breaker? Resentment or gratitude? Make your choice.